Minute video, it's going to take you through the steps of creating a board. So here you see sanding, and then moving on to staining your board. It's important that you stain the whole front and of course the edges, because you will see those when you hang it up in your house. We have 4 different stains to choose from. The one pictured here is our medium stain. We also have a light, a dark, and a gray. After letting the stain dry, you grab your stencil and you pull off the white layer on the back, and then you want to line it up on your board. Sometimes it takes a little finagling to make it centered and look good, and then you rub your stencil on. I find it easiest if you cut off those edges so that it is a little bit easier to work with. And then you need to find a very thin, clear layer and peel that off while you leave the rest of your stencil on the board. This is the part that takes a little bit of love. The key is just to go slow, take your time, and pull it off. And then when you get that off, you grab your X-Acto knife and you start pulling out what you are going to paint. So you can see there, it says love, it has some birds on a branch. And now we are ready to paint. So the painting motion is a dabbing motion, up and down. You don't want to swipe the brush. So lots of up and down movements, and you don't want to too much paint onto the board at once, so I highly advise dipping it into the paint and then onto the table and then onto the board. Just make sure that none of the paint gets underneath your stencil, which will give you some nice, really crisp lines on your board. Then we wait for it to dry, or we blow dry it, which I did off screen, and we pull off the remainder of that stencil. And then you go in with your X-Acto knife and you pull in all that other stuff that you left there, so like the letters of love were left on, so that they become the color of the board. And that is our finished project. Then you take the hammer, or I usually do, hammer on the back to hang it up, and you can put it on your wall. That is wooden art in a nutshell. Make sure you check out our website to see all of your sign options, and we hope to see you at a class soon.